Hello ARMY, welcome back to my channel. Everyone thought Jungkook was walking away. Cameras followed him, and the crowd held its breath, expecting him to disappear quietly like he always did when the spotlight became too much. But this time, they were wrong. He wasn't leaving, he was choosing, with one silent step. Jungkook turned his back on the noise, the lights, the expectations and walked straight toward one person. TAEHYUNG. No words, no warning, just a movement so clear, it sent a shockwave through the entire room, and then, everything froze, the chatter stopped. The cameras kept rolling, but even the air felt still. His footsteps weren't loud, but somehow everyone felt them. People thought he was stepping away, fading into the background like he always did, but something was different. His posture was steady. His gaze wasn't drifting. It was locked on TAEHYUNG, and TAEHYUNG felt it before he even looked up. There's a kind of gaze that doesn't need words. It's quiet, but it hits you deeply like a memory you didn't know you had. Slowly, cautiously, TAEHYUNG lifted his eyes, and when they met Jungkook's, everything changed, not romantically, not dramatically, something deeper, something real, because whatever this was, it wasn't meant for cameras. Jungkook took another step, staff shifted nervously, members glanced over, people behind the cameras exchanged confused looks. This wasn't planned. This wasn't part of the show. This was instinct. TAEHYUNG didn't move at first. Surrounded by lights and noise, he suddenly looked completely alone. His expression didn't turn into a smile, it became something raw, something honest, like someone who had just been seen. Jungkook stopped right in front of him, too close to ignore, too close to pretend. Neither of them spoke. Not because they didn't want to, but because there were too many people watching. Cameras inches away, microphones pointed right at them, every breath being recorded, and still, Jungkook didn't step back. TAEHYUNG's jaw tightened slightly. His eyes dropped for a second, then came back up, a silent question. Are you really doing this here? Jungkook answered without speaking. He stayed. That was the real moment. Not what he did, but where he did it. Because under this kind of spotlight, even standing next to someone means something, and Jungkook didn't hesitate. Something inside him had changed. TAEHYUNG felt it too. You okay? Jungkook whispered softly. TAEHYUNG almost let out a laugh. After all this, that was the question. He nodded once. Are you? Jungkook didn't answer. Instead, he leaned in slightly, not touching, but close enough to cross a line. It looked small, but it was n single quotes t. It was a quiet confession, a refusal to pretend distance. TAEHYUNG's breath caught. You're making this harder, he whispered. I know. Jungkook said calmly, but he didn't move, and that's when everyone realized this wasn't just a moment. This was everything they had been holding back, every glance, every silence, every unspoken word. Someone called Jungkook's name, then another. The world was pulling him back, but he didn't go. A coordinator stepped in, trying to control the situation, but it was too late. The energy had already shifted. We should move, Jungkook said quietly. TAEHYUNG looked at him, eyes sharp. Do you mean we, or you? Before Jungkook could answer, a staff member called him again. Reality was closing in, and then Jungkook reached out, just lightly. His fingers touched TAEHYUNG's wrist, barely there, but enough to say, I'm here. TAEHYUNG froze. Don't, he murmured. If you do this, they'll never let it go. Jungkook met his eyes. I'm tired of pretending. That changed everything. You think this is about pretending? TAEHYUNG said quietly. You think this fixes anything? No, Jungkook replied. But walking away doesn't. The tension grew heavier. Finally, TAEHYUNG pulled his hand back but didn't leave. Instead, he stepped closer. You don't get to choose me only when it's convenient, he said. Not when everyone's watching. I didn't come here for them, Jungkook said. Then why now? Because before, he was afraid. He didn't say it, but it was clear. A manager stepped in. Let's take 5. We need to reset. The word felt wrong. They separated slightly, but before leaving, Taehyung said quietly. If you're going to come after me, don't stop halfway. And then he walked away. The hallway felt cold, quiet, real. Jungkook stood still for a moment, then followed inside a private room, away from cameras. Everything changed again. You shouldn't have done that, Taehyung said. I know, then why? Jungkook stepped closer. Because I thought I was losing you, Taehyung turned. You don't get to decide that. Silence. You always do this, Taehyung said. You wait until I pull away. Then you come back. That's not fair, isn't it? The truth hit harder here. I want you to stop thinking I'll choose anything over you, Jungkook said. Taehyung froze. Don't say that. Unless you mean it, I do, then prove it. That word hung in the air, outside. Footsteps approached. Time was running out. This isn't the place, Taehyung said. I know, Jungkook replied. But if not now, then never. A knock. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. If this goes wrong, Taehyung said, everything changes. Good, Jungkook said. Taehyung slowly reached out, touching his sleeve. If you do this, there's no going back. Jungkook covered his hand. I'm not trying to go back. Their eyes met but time ran out. I have to go, Taehyung said. I know. At the door, he paused. You said you'd prove it. I will. How? Jungkook didn't answer because he didn't know yet. Later, outside. Away from everything, they stood face to face again. You're insane, Taehyung said quietly. Maybe. You don't know what this means. Then tell me. It means everything changes. Jungkook nodded. Good. Silence. If we go back like this, people will notice. They already have. They'll ask why. Let them. Taehyung looked at him carefully. You sound ready to lose something. I am, Jungkook said. I just don't want it to be you. That was the truth. The one thing they couldn't ignore anymore. Finally, they turned toward the door, side by side, not touching, but no longer pretending. Just before going in, Taehyung said softly, if we walk through this, there's no pretending this was nothing. Jungkook looked at him. It was never nothing.